opening tip belongs to the Kings, and they'll have it first to start the fourth as well. We're underway in Sacramento. To Butler. Rose. Fundamental shot right there.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scattering.
A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Smith into the front court. Leads a bucket. Trying to cash in. Deep two there, won't go.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting.
Rose into the front court. Lead is 2. To J.R. Smith. Oh, he had him there for a second. Shot clock for Sacramento. Smith. That's a 24-second violation. DeMarcus Cousins tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Derrick Rose, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Whoa! Gets to the rim, and they'll count the basket. 2 steps or 5 steps. I don't know, Jay. It looked good.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Gets it in the right corner. Screen coming. Smith. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Utah's got it. To Porzingis. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Rose into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Oh, had him going there for a second. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. To Kevin Knox. KB, Kristaps Porzingis. Missed his first. That one goes.
Old school equals high percentage.
Rose into the front court. 2-point advantage. To J.R. Smith. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to P&Rs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Kevin Knox to Oladipo. To Kevin Knox. Short jumper stays out. To Rose. Cousins. Finger roll. Finishing with finesse.
2 points. Take them. Any way you can get them.
It's Jazz ball. The drive, right to the basket. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. And scores, plus the foul. Kristaps Porzingis with a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw is good to cap off the three-point play, and the lead is down to 3. To Nick Young. Going to launch beyond the arc. Don't you tell Nick Young there's a bad shot to take. Tough one. He hits it.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Porzingis. Not that time. KB, Kristaps Porzingis. 3 for 4. Good start.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Made his first effort, but not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
It's Sacramento ball. To Will Barton. Cleans it up. Offensive board. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. That's out. Last touch by Dwayne Dedmon. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Barton. To Cousins. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Porzingis. Driving right to the basket. Offensive board. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Rose. For 3. Can't connect. It's no good. Rozier into the front court. Trailing by 4. And counted at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Kings with the ball. Nothing going here on that drive. Probing the defense. Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession.
Rozier with it. Down 4. To Porzingis. To Kevin Knox. Doesn't get the bounce. Another follow. Still no good. Martin to Cousins. Dwayne Dedmon able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Jazz have the ball. And he finishes at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Rose into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Cousins. On the painted area, won't go down. Kevin Knox to Porzingis. No good.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
To Rozier. Rozier rocking the rim. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
The Kings will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Harden guarded by Bellinelli. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Payton to P.J. Tucker. Passed it off. Finish that. To Nick Young. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's it? That's all the celebration I get? I wanted to see a little bit more off that one.
Utah ball. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Martin into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. Nothing going here on that drive. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Elfrid Payton at the line for 2 shots. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Martin to Butler. Nice pass to get things going.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Payton with the basketball. Shot clock's off as they try to get a little closer. Okay, big. Kristaps Porzingis. Now 4 for 9.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Here comes the screen. We played one at Golden One Center with the Kings on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the end. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They've played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
To Oladipo. Here comes the screen. The drive right to the basket. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Kings have the basketball to J.R. Smith. Here comes the screen. Smith to Will Barton. DeMarcus Cousins. He's 3 for 7.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Payton into the front court. Down just a couple. Second effort. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Cousins. And scores. Strong take.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Peyton. Here comes the screen. Peyton. The pass stolen by Sacramento.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Hey, at least this time he puts it up.
Tucker in a matchup with Boogie. Oladipo to P.J. Tucker. Curling inside. DeMarcus Cousins rejects it. They've got it back. To J.R. Smith. To Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. With that, he's 5 for 9.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Utah with the possession. Peyton to Oladipo. Add 2 points to the board.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Baller into the front court. Leads 4. Here comes the screen. Rock in the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 00, Nick Young. Into the game.
Aiden on the drive, but it won't go. Martin into the front court. Up 6. To Nick Young. Fires the 3. Nick Young disrupted. Shot won't go. Peyton. Here comes the screen. Iman Shumpert, guarded by Young. To Stevenson. Another chance. And the rebound belongs to Sacramento. To Will Barton. To Nick Young. Beyond the arc for 3. Not easy.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Payton with the basketball. 9-point margin. To Stevenson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not going down here. To J.R. Smith. Good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. Count the basket inside.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Martin into the front court. His team up by 7. Here comes the screen. Martin against Tucker. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul to Will Barton. Shot clock winding down. Barton. Shot clock violation. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. To Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox powers it through.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Martin into the front court. Up 5. For 3. He engulfed him that time. Stevenson to Rozier. Counted.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Martin into the front court. Up by 3. To J.R. Smith. Here comes the screen. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
Utah's got it. And a throwdown.
If you know a guy's a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Martin into the front court. His team up by 1. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To J.R. Smith. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
To J.R. Smith. Oh, he had him there for a second. Has a look. Deep 2 there, won't go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Martin into the front court. Down 3. Lets it fly from long range. Knocked one. And a putback slam.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
Now whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. Some lineup changes now. Oladipo, defended by Derrick Rose. Almost, but no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Smith to Rose. Smith. To Cousins. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. It's Jazz ball to Porzingis. Kevin Knox. Probing the defense. To Stevenson. Nothing going here on that drive. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
One of the hardest working guys in the league, and that's how he got his money. That's his skill set. That weight room continues to pay off.
To Butler. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. Butler to Cousins. Easy path to the rim. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Deep three at the buzzer. So the difference, 3 points as we reach the break. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
The Jazz are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing the Kings are still very much in this matchup. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
Terry Rozier earns the recognition because of the These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2.
Back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Jazz have the ball to Oladipo. Can't do that.
His timing was a tad bit off.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. From the painted area, won't go down.
And, Ed, that's what you see this defense doing. They're capitalizing on the momentum gain from getting a multitude of stops defensively.
Rose to J.R. Smith. Rose knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Derrick Rose with a chance at a 4-point play for his career, 82%. Hits the free throw. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. His guys now trailing by a point. Screen coming. Down to 5 on the 24. Porzingis. Oh, that's how it's done.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Here comes the screen. Rose to Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. He's got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Utah ball. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. That's a Euro step, a side step. However they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that. Whew.
Over to the right side. Rose. To J.R. Smith. Here's a chance from long range. Well, with J.R., it can be no, no, no. Yes, when it goes in.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
Muller to bring it up. His group now down 2. To J.R. Smith. From long range. Won't go down for J.R. Smith. Defense was all over him. Kevin Knox to Oladipo. And the finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Rose into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. To Cousins. Rose.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Knocks down the first. Second and 3 is good. Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them. Oladipo into the front court. Leads just a point. Kevin Knox to Rozier. Deep right corner. Porzingis. To Rozier. Fires the 3. Defense all over Rozier. Can't connect. Muller into the front court. His guys now down by a point. To Cousins. Yes! And a foul. Hell of a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Rozier into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. To Oladipo. To Rozier. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
And gets both to drop at the line. Rose into the front court. Our score all even in this 3rd quarter. Goes to the left side. To the basket is Butler, but he can't finish. Oladipo into the front court. Tie game, third quarter. To Rozier. Here comes the screen. Throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself, when you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Rozier with it. He'll run the offense. DeMarcus Cousins pins it. Fourth this contest. Looking for his man. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Kevin Knox to Oladipo. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Rozier shot, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game, the scouting report.
Gets it in the left corner. Rose gets it in the right corner to Cousins. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Oladipo into the front court. Down 4 to Kevin Knox. Porzingis to Oladipo. Screen coming. The Jazz with 4 in the shot clock. Oladipo. Shot from the lane won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Rozier rocking the rim. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself, when you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Will Barton trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 79% the line. Hayden into the front court. Down a point. To Oladipo. With the step back.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
To Will Barton. Young. To Will Barton. Here comes the screen. Young on the drive, but his shot won't go. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range. To Will Barton. Going to launch beyond the arc. Heat check needed. When Will Barton gets going, look out.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
To Oladipo. Count the basket at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Will Barton. Here comes the screen. Stuffs it down with authority. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
To Porzingis. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kristaps Porzingis. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. To Will Barton. Screen coming. Will Barton, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First one goes down. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Jumper's good. Nothing going here on that drive. 3 quarters down, and Jazz have the lead. The Kings have the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money. Down the stretch, it's game time.
Butler. Rebound taken down by Porzingis. Payton with the basketball. Leads one. To Oladipo. 4-3. Rebound snared by Kid Gilchrist. There's the toss. Jazz pick it up.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Porzingis. Tough matchup against Butler. Won't go. Butler to bring it up. They trail by 1. Cousins. Add 2 points to the board.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Alfred Payton against Corey Brewer. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Screen coming. Jimmy Butler looking good. 4 for 5.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Utah with the possession. Oladipo to P.J. Tucker. Takes stock of the floor. Porzingis for 2, and he drains it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all night.
To Cousins. Kristaps Porzingis. Snatching it out of the air. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kristaps Porzingis. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Butler to Will Barton. To Cousins. The pass set it all up.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Oladipo. It's the Kings now with the ball. Butler. Down low, Boogie. Cruises inside for two.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Oladipo matched up with Brewer. Fires the three. And the rebound pulled in by the Kings. Butler into the front court. Up by three. To Cousins. Short jumper misses. Count the bucket for two.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Sacramento ball. Sizing up the defense. To Cousins. And he knocks it down, Jay.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Kevin Knox. Payton to Kevin Knox. Beyond the arc for three. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark. Barton into the front court. Leads three. To Cousins. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Butler to bring it up. Leads just a point. Pass to Cousins. Down low. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Sometimes when the player's found that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Jazz will take a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game.
The difference is going to be the best player on the court. He's a guy that you have to trust in. He has to get the ball. And sometimes as a coach, you need to let go and let your best players do what they do.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Yes, Victor Oladipo. Not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Barton. To Nick Young. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Good contest. Barton misses. Payton into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Over to the right side to Oladipo. 5 seconds to shoot. And buries it. Hey, they'll take that any day.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
To Nick Young. Oh, he had him there for a second. Has a look. Can't connect.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul. New blood coming in for both sides. P.J. Tucker at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. It's Sacramento ball. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Jimmy Butler, huge block. Ooh, 5 now. Butler into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Rose. Derrick Rose, still a sight to see. Well defended. He finds a way to knock it down.
Well, I like what you're doing right now. It looks like you're running some DHOs into PNRs. That's dribble handoffs into pick and rolls. You keep running that action, you're constantly going to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Rose into the front court. His guys down 3. Butler here against P.J. Tucker. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Short jumper off the mark. Rose into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Rose. Smith. To Cousins. Knocked loose. Jazz have it. Tucker to Oladipo. Stevenson. And scores.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Butler to bring it up. Down by 1. To J.R. Smith. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
And a chance coming up at the line.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both. Can you also stop the clock while getting another possession?
Misses the second as well. To Butler. To Rose. Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go. Yes. And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
P.J. Tucker trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Kings with the ball. Rose to J.R. Smith. Jimmy Butler is going to get a chance at three here. A career 83% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Knocks down the second free throw. Knocks down all three at the line. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down a point. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
And gets the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Now a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout for Sacramento. They trail by one. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? Into the game. Jimmy Butler for two. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now whistle and a timeout for Utah. Let's see what they come up with. Down a point. You're in the final minute.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Oops. He missed the first one. Missed the middle one. One more coming. Performance at the line. 0 for 3. Two huge free throws in a one-point game. Intentional foul's going to make him earn it at the line.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
Goes 2 for 2. Jazz will take a timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a three. With 3 seconds left, it's the Kings who get the victory as they win this one by 3. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Kings edged out a close victory in today's game. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Check out the leading scores for the Sacramento Kings. The Jazz just couldn't close this one out. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Boogie Cousins was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Check out the upcoming games for the Sacramento Kings. On behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.